Welcome back. We've had two picks come in with the 38th pick. Uh, Actually, the 37th pick they took Derek Hall, a defensive end Auburn. That was a good choice for the Seahawks with the 37th pick. With the 38th pick, the Colts traded it to the Falcons and selected Matthew Bergeron, offensive tackle Syracuse. And I think that was a good move for them. And right now, the Carolina Panthers on the clock. We're waiting for their pick to come in. And right now, I want to get back to what I was talking with you about until the draft comes back on the air. And and for just as I said, Dave Browns can get back to the playoffs uh, with next year's first and fourth round picks. It is possible for the first time since 2022. And with Watson now that he's back in the football flow after spending more than a season off the field thus far, the price paid looks steep in both draft capital and market setting contract. Thankfully, the second and third rounds of the draft will be starting soon, and we're in the second round right now. And the Browns will have an opportunity to select players that actually merit some form of analysis and grading. So, now wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins seems unlikely to come to the Browns no matter what, but the team gets significant cap space on June 1st. It's possible Hopkins could still be with the Arizona Cardinals at that point. We'll have to wait and see. And I will let you know when I do hear something. And not overly surprising, but I am told unlikely Cleveland trades of any of their starters or key contributors tonight. Some have watched if Wyatt Teller or Greg Newsome II could be moved to use positions to strength positions of strength to help positions of weakness. In Teller's case, the Browns have a ton of money locked up on the offensive line, and the Panthers pick is in, and we're going to find out in just a few moments. And I think they're going to take either because they took they had one pick last night. I know they did. And it was quarterback Bryce Young of Alabama. And I think that was the only pick the Panthers had. Yes, it was the only pick. So I think they're going to take either a wide receiver, a cornerback, tight end, or an offensive tackle. We'll see. But I think they need a few more pieces of the puzzle. That can be vital to their team. We're about to find out right now who the Lions have selected.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the Coach David Tepper and the Carolina Panther organization for this opportunity. And with the 39th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Jonathan Mingo.
Oh!
Ole Miss.
The Panthers have selected Jonathan Mingo, wide receiver, Ole Miss. And
last night, but then the pros of the draft from the Chiefs made the pick.
This was one the Browns were targeting. 51 receptions, 361 yards, and 5 touchdowns in 2022. And he can really run the ball. He can put up a lot of touchdowns, a lot of receptions, and a lot of tackles. And I think he's going to be a welcome addition to the Panthers. And
what are you looking at? You're dialed in. You're looking at my board.
And I think he will be a welcome addition to the Panthers. Are going to like him. I really think they are once they get him developed. And in Mingo's career, he had 112 receptions, 1,758 yards, and 12 touchdowns. That's his college career right there. And
That's a direct quote from Andy Reid.
and right now the New Orleans Saints are on the clock.
That's right.
And last night they took Brian Breeze, defensive tackle Clemson. I think they were 7-10 last year, third in the NFC South, excuse me. And they haven't been in the playoffs in a lot of years, and they want to get back to the playoffs. And they lost quarterback Andy Dalton, defensive end Marcus Davenport, and defensive tackle David O. And we gets to know. But I think they're going to take the pick is in. I think it's going to be an inside linebacker or an outside linebacker or a tight end or a guard. Either way, I think that's what they. I don't think they're going to take. I don't know. They could shot the quarterback. I don't think they are. But we'll see in just a matter of moments. We'll see in just a few moments. So we shall find out who the Saints have taken with pick number 40, which is the 8th pick. Or actually, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 9th pick. The 9th pick in this round. Pick number 40. And
so proud that he's our leader.
I know Jalen Hall, quarterback of BYU, is really opening it off the board, and so we'll see. And Kendra Miller was hoping to get off the board, and Devon O'Kane, quarterback, he's hoping to get chosen. I know a lot are hoping to get chosen tonight. And we'll see who does get chosen tonight. But I think we're going to find out who the Saints have selected in just a few moments. But they want to have a better record. They want to get back to the playoffs. They have not been in the playoffs in quite a few years. So they really.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
They want to get back to the playoffs, and we are about to find out who the players have selected right now.
My man Mike Warmstein, who had a happy birthday, turned 70 yesterday. You've given so much to me and to the game. With all that being said, with the 40th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Isaiah Foskey, defensive end, Notre Dame.
And they have selected Isaiah Foskey, defensive end, Notre Dame. And I think this was a good choice, and they need a good defensive end. And he can make it. He put up a lot of big numbers last year, and he can really put up a lot of receptions, a lot of tackles, and a lot of touchdowns. And he can break tackles as well. He had 25 He can really. He had 11 sacks in each of the last 2 seasons. He can really make it. He can sack it. He can really make you pay. So, and he can really make you pay. So, and I think this was a great move. And also, I think this was a great move. He's going to really. I think the Saints are going to like him. The Arizona Cardinals are back on the clock for the 40 first pick of the draft. And they've already had one pick that they've traded already tonight. And their pick is in. We'll find out who it is momentarily when we get the draft back on the air. And I think they did. I think they traded one of their picks last night, but I think they did make a selection last night. I'm trying to look to see. But I don't. Maybe they did not. This will be their first selection tonight. Yeah, no, they did. They did not make a selection last night because they traded up, and so Yeah, they traded the third pick to the Texans, and they also traded the ninth pick as well. The Cardinals traded. We will find out who they have selected momentarily. The pick is in. And I think they're going to go with either a defensive end, running back, or wide receiver, or cornerback. Either way, one of those four they're going to go with. And there's a lot of names we're hoping to get off the board tonight. A lot of other names. And now, getting back to what I was talking to you about with the Browns, and as we keep this live blog up to date throughout the evening, we will also are going to have best available posts being updated. We will track the 5 positions: wide receiver, defensive end, defensive tackle, linebacker, and safety that we think the Browns could look at tonight, and we will see. And at some point tonight, the Browns will make their selection in the 2023 NFL Draft when the 2 pick will be announced by former Browns cornerback Hanford Dixon, top dog, which I think that is great. And Dixon, who played for the Browns from 1981 to 1989, and picked up a pair of first-team All-Pro selections along the way. And I really think this is really great, and I really think this is going to be something the Browns fans can really look forward to. And so we will wait and find out, and we're about to and we're going to find out momentarily who the Cardinals have selected with the 41st pick, as their pick is in, and we're waiting for somebody to come up to the microphone. The draft is back on the air. We're waiting for somebody to come up to the microphone. So, but the Cardinals, they want to make it back to the playoffs, and they came up short of it this year. But they're hoping to get back, and I think really, hopefully we'll see if they do. And they were 4-13, fourth in the NFC West. And they lost Zach Allen, defensive end, Byron Murphy as well. And their last playoff appearance was in 2021. They were not in the playoffs this year. They allowed 36 sacks last season, fewest since 2015. And right now, we're about to find out who the Arizona Cardinals have selected with the 41st pick in the second round.
And the Arizona Cardinals, let's go! With the 41st pick in the 2023 draft, the Arizona Cardinals select B.J. Ojulari, linebacker of LSU.
And they have selected, the Cardinals have selected B.J. Ojulari, linebacker LSU. They have taken a linebacker. And I think that's a great, they needed a good linebacker. I think this was a good move. And this was a really good move for them. Or something. And here's a freshman all selection team, and in 2020, and career 16.5 sacks, 25.5 total floors. And right now, the Packers are on the clock right now.
They carry themselves correctly. They got character. They work hard. He's one of those guys.
And they did make a couple of picks last night. And they took with the 13th pick. The Packers took Lucas Van Ness, defensive end, Iowa. We're about to find out who they are taking right now with the 42nd pick. Lucas Musgrave, tight end, Oregon State. Oh, that's a good one. I think they need a good tight end. And so I think this was a good selection for the Packers. He had the 2022 Mackey Award. Watch this nation's best tight end. So I think he's going to be a welcome addition to Green Bay. So, and he had 2 games, 11 receptions, 169 yards. And he missed the final 11 games with a knee injury last year. And so, and he had 47 receptions, 633 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's his college career right there. And I really think this is going to be a welcome addition for the Packers to getting Luke Musgrave, tight end, Oregon. Now, right now, the New York Jets are back on the clock. They are on it now. They were last in the AFC, 7-10 last year. They do want to have a better record. They want to try to make the playoffs. They did have one pick. They selected Will McDonald, the 4th linebacker, Iowa State last night, and that was the only selection they had. I think they traded the first round pick. I think it was supposed to be the Jets. Well, no, it was the Jaguars, but the Jets had Will McDonald, the 4th linebacker, Iowa State. This will be their first pick in round 2, second pick in this draft. I think they're going to take, and now they have addition. Now, Aaron Rodgers, as we know, is officially now with the Jets. Wide receiver Alan Lazard, and the top 2 draft picks, one up and deep. The defensive one. So it's probably their first rookie quarterback. He's the first rookie quarterback to be selected. And I think they're good. That was last year. I think they're going to go with offensive tackle, safety, or a defensive tackle. Either way, we'll see. And because the Jets, they really want to get back. They want to have better record. They want to try to make the playoffs. They have not been in the playoffs in a very long time. It's been a lot of years since the Jets went back in the playoffs. We're out of time for this segment, and there's a lot more to come. I'll let you know the Jets took when we come back. Stay with us.